The news we've been waiting years for has finally dropped. Toyota is officially bringing an $8,000 pickup truck to US dealerships in 2026, and the entire auto industry is already in panic mode. This isn't a concept, this isn't a rumor, this isn't some futuristic EV vaporware. This is a real, gas-powered, bare-bones, old-school Toyota Stout built for one purpose: to destroy the insane car prices that have taken over the market. And the craziest part? Toyota didn't just build the cheapest new truck in America. They built the truck everyone secretly wanted, but no automaker had the courage to make. No giant screens, no luxury leather nonsense, no subscription heated seats. Just a simple, durable, bulletproof small pickup designed to last 20 years and cost less than a used Corolla. The reason Toyota pulled this off is wild. After watching Americans get crushed by sky-high MSRPs, repossessions, and collapsing EV hype, Toyota realized something. People don't want complicated. They want reliable. They want affordable. They want a truck that actually works, not a laptop with wheels. So Toyota dug into its global parts bin, borrowed pieces from proven models, and engineered a compact pickup with minimal electronics, minimal weight, and maximum durability. It's basically Toyota admitting, fine, the industry won't fix itself, so we will. And this thing is so simple that Toyota can build it in massive volume for almost nothing. A small 3-cylinder or 4-cylinder engine, manual transmission option, steel wheels, and physical knobs for everything. It's basically the spiritual successor to the old Hilux, the truck that toppled dictators and survived war zones, but redesigned for American streets and budgets. And the timing couldn't be more perfect, because used truck prices are absolutely collapsing while new truck prices are still stuck in the clouds. Ford, Chevy, and Ram have no idea how to respond. The Maverick starts high and keeps climbing. The Colorado is basically full-size money. The Tacoma is amazing, but still not cheap. So here comes Toyota, casually dropping an $8,000 hand grenade into a market full of $40,000 entry-level trucks. And once people get a taste of owning a brand new Toyota for less than the price of a 5-year-old Civic, the demand is going to be insane. This truck is going to sell out for months, maybe years. It's the return of a category American automakers abandoned. The true compact pickup. Light, efficient, affordable, and actually fun to drive. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Toyota didn't just strip features to bring the price down. They changed their entire manufacturing strategy. Instead of building it in a high-cost, ultra-automated plant, Toyota is setting up production in a low-overhead facility built specifically for simple vehicles. Think modular assembly lines, shared parts with global Toyotas, and almost no expensive software dependencies. No massive battery packs, no rare earth metals, no billion-dollar gigafactory nonsense. This is Toyota reverting to the formula that made them legendary in the 80s and 90s. Keep it simple, keep it light, keep it cheap, keep it reliable, and the result is a truck that fills the biggest gap in the entire US automotive market: the need for an honest, durable work truck that doesn't cost a year's salary. And the moment dealerships open pre-orders, the line is going to stretch around the block because people are done with the overpriced, over-engineered trucks choking the market today. And what makes the Stout even more dangerous to competitors is what Toyota left in, not what they took out. You still get Toyota's famously overbuilt suspension. You still get that rugged ladder-style frame designed for punishment. You still get a drivetrain designed to hit 300,000 miles without crying. This is not a cheap truck. It's an affordable truck built the way trucks used to be built, before everything turned into luxury toys with beds. And as the American EV market falls apart, as charging networks stagnate, as battery costs rise, and as buyers flood back to gas vehicles, Toyota is perfectly positioned to deliver exactly what the market wants at exactly the right time. And once people see the real-world MPG numbers on this thing, numbers that could embarrass compact cars, the demand is going to explode even more. Toyota knows Americans want something they can daily drive without draining their bank account. They know contractors want a cheap fleet option. They know young drivers want a first truck they can actually afford. And they know rural buyers want something they can fix with hand tools, not a diagnostic laptop. The Stout is literally engineered for the exact moment we're living in, when inflation is crushing families and car payments are hitting record highs. This truck is Toyota's mic drop to the entire industry, and the more you look into it, the more you realize how intentionally Toyota designed this to flip the market upside down. And here's the wildest part. Toyota didn't just design the Stout to be cheap, they designed it to be inflation-proof. That's why they use global parts already in mass production, engines that have been tested for years, and interior materials that don't require complex tooling or expensive suppliers. This is how you build an $8,000 truck that still makes a profit. Meanwhile, US automakers are scrambling because their entire business model relies on 50,000 plus trucks stuffed with luxury packages just to stay alive. Toyota, on the other hand, is playing chess. They aren't chasing margins on giant screens or fancy software. They're chasing volume, millions of units. The Stout is Toyota's way of dominating the affordable segment, just like they dominated sedans with the Corolla and Camry for decades. And if this truck launches at the rumored $7,195 starting price, you can kiss the concept of the entry-level $30K truck goodbye forever. Buyers are already buzzing about the trim options because Toyota is planning something brilliant. Modular upgrades. You want AC? Add it. You want power windows? Add them. You want the off-road package? Bolt it on. Toyota's goal is to keep the truck basic from the factory but customizable like a Lego set. That means lower production costs for Toyota and more freedom for buyers. And because the truck is designed around simplicity, everything is cheap to replace. Need a new taillight? $20. Need a new bumper? Bolt-on steel for pocket change. This is a truck built for real life. Scratches, dents, dirt roads, and weekend projects. Not the fragile plastic chrome fenders and high-gloss dashboards that cost thousands to repair if you sneeze near them. And the Stout's design philosophy is already shaking up the truck world. The proportions are compact, the stance is rugged, and Toyota intentionally gave it a classic, almost retro look. No fake vents, no weird futuristic angles. Just a clean, tough, functional truck that actually looks like a truck. It's the kind of design that appeals to everyone. From farmers to students, from off-road hobbyists to delivery drivers. People have been begging for a small truck that doesn't look like a crossover pretending to have a bed. And Toyota delivered exactly that, a real mini truck for real truck people. But here's where things get even more interesting. Toyota knows this truck is going to become a fleet favorite. Contractors, landscapers, municipalities, all of them are desperate for vehicles that don't cost 50Ks each, and fleets buy by the hundreds. So Toyota engineered the Stout to be easy to service, quick to diagnose, and almost impossible to break. Access to components is wide open. No buried sensors, no fragile wiring harnesses running through stupid spots, no overcomplicated emission systems that throw tantrums if you look at them wrong. This is a truck mechanics will love, and that alone guarantees massive adoption. And as more details leak out, the picture becomes clearer. Toyota is building the Stout to completely reset the market. They're taking us back to the era when buying a new truck didn't feel like signing a mortgage. And that is exactly why other automakers are terrified. If Toyota proves that an 8K truck is not only possible but massively profitable, the excuses from everyone else fall apart. Suddenly Ford's "we can't build a cheap truck anymore" argument collapses. GM's "the market only wants luxury trucks" myth evaporates. The Stout shows the truth. The market wants affordable trucks. The automakers just stopped making them. And now Toyota is stepping in as the hero of the working class, the savior of budget-crushed drivers, and the biggest threat to the overpriced truck market in decades. And as Toyota finalizes the powertrain choices, insiders are already hinting that the base engine could deliver shockingly good fuel economy. Numbers so good that they'll make hybrid trucks look unnecessary. A simple engine, light frame, and compact dimensions mean this truck will sip fuel like a hatchback while hauling like a compact truck should. And that's exactly the formula America has been missing since the original small trucks of the 1990s disappeared from showrooms. Toyota didn't reinvent the wheel. They just brought back what worked. And once real-world tests start rolling in and buyers see how tough this thing is in the wild, the hype is going to skyrocket even more because people are tired of babying their trucks like fragile luxury cars. They want to toss tools in the bed, haul plywood, drive through mud, scrape through brush, and not worry about a $900 parking sensor breaking. The Stout is built for abuse, built for simple living, built for times when money is tight and reliability is everything. And the fact that Toyota had the guts to launch it now, when the industry is confused, collapsing, and desperate, shows just how far ahead Toyota really is. And the more you dig into Toyota's long-term plan, the more you realize the Stout isn't just a cheap truck, it's the beginning of something much bigger. Because here's the real twist. The Stout isn't just a product, it's a warning shot. Toyota is signaling to the entire global auto industry that they're done playing the luxury arms race game. While rivals chase 70K EVs nobody wants, Toyota is grabbing the one segment everyone abandoned, the budget buyer. And that buyer is huge. And by launching a truck under 10K, they're ripping the mask off an industry that's gotten addicted to high margins and luxury trims. The Stout is basically Toyota saying, if you won't build affordable trucks, we will. And here's what's gonna make this story explode even more. Once these trucks hit the used market a year or two later, prices are going to be ridiculous. You could see used Stouts selling for $5,000, $4,000, maybe even less. That's something Americans haven't seen in decades. A modern Toyota that's actually affordable in the used market instead of appreciating like gold. Imagine a teenager being able to buy a clean, reliable Toyota truck for pocket money. Imagine small businesses being able to expand their fleets without drowning in debt. Imagine farmers, delivery drivers, handymen, and trades workers being able to replace beaten up trucks without taking out massive loans. The ripple effects across the entire economy are going to be huge. And Toyota is playing another angle too. Export markets. A simple, cheap, reliable truck that can sell in the US, Latin America, Africa, Asia, and Australia is a license to print money. Global demand for trucks like this is insane. And because the Stout shares so many parts with other Toyota models, production can scale insanely fast. That means Toyota can flood the market before competitors even finish their response strategy PowerPoint presentations. By the time Ford or GM even think about building a competitor, Toyota will already have hundreds of thousands of Stouts on the road, dominating the segment from day one. And it gets even crazier when you realize Toyota might use the Stout as the foundation for an entire family of affordable vehicles. Vans, SUVs, commercial rigs, even specialized fleet variants. This could spark a full revival of cheap, simple work vehicles that the entire world has been begging for. The Stout could be the beginning of Toyota's next global empire, built not on high-tech features, but on basic bulletproof engineering that anyone can afford, anyone can fix, and anyone can trust. Millions of people who've been priced out of the new car market for nearly a decade are about to stampede back into dealerships the moment the Stout arrives. This truck isn't just filling a niche, it's opening the floodgates. It's Toyota forcing every automaker to confront the uncomfortable truth that they've ignored. Affordability is the real revolution. And remember, Toyota has a long history of watching the market collapse, then swooping in with the perfect vehicle at the perfect time. Think about the Corolla in the fuel crises. Think about the Prius when gas hit $4 a gallon. Think about the RAV4 when people ditched sedans. Now, as EVs slow down, truck prices explode and Americans drown in car payments. Toyota brings out a new Stout. It's like they've been watching this storm forming for years and waited until the exact moment when consumers finally snapped. You can't charge $45K for a work truck forever. Toyota knows it, consumers know it, and the Stout is the pressure release valve the market desperately needed. And what's even more insane is how Toyota avoided all the traps other companies fell into. No expensive proprietary tech that becomes obsolete in 5 years. No massive liability from rushed EV platforms. No styling gimmicks that age like spoiled milk. Toyota went back to the basics because the basics never stopped working. A strong frame, a small motor, a cheap interior, steel where it matters, simple controls, easy repairs, laughably low running costs. It's almost poetic. While everyone else went high tech, Toyota went high sense. And the result is a truck that cuts through the noise of a completely confused auto market. And you can already feel the panic at Ford, GM, and Ram because this one truck exposes how bloated their lineups really are. You shouldn't need a second job just to afford a base Silverado. You shouldn't have to take out an 84-month loan just to buy a Ranger. Trucks were never supposed to be luxury goods for the wealthy. They were supposed to be tools. Toyota understands that better than anyone. And as we get closer to launch, the reveals, the leaks, the prototypes, the spy shots, everything is pointing to one simple reality. Toyota is about to dominate the one part of the market nobody else had the guts to touch. And the more the details leak, the more the hype builds. The more people realize just how disruptive this truck is going to be. The more obvious it becomes that the Stout isn't just a budget pickup. It's the truck that's about to change the direction of the entire industry. And what nobody's talking about yet is how this $8,000 Stout is going to reshape buyer expectations forever. Once people see a brand new Toyota truck on a dealership lot for under $10K, there's no going back. Consumers are going to walk into Ford dealerships, look at a $37,000 base model Maverick with plastic wheel covers, and laugh. They're going to question why Ram is charging luxury prices for trucks that used to be affordable. They're going to demand simpler options, cheaper options, no-frill options, and the old excuses, safety regulations, technology requirements, consumer demand, will collapse instantly. Toyota basically exposed the industry's dirty secret. They could build affordable trucks this whole time. They just didn't want to. And now that the Stout is coming, the entire market has to evolve or die. And here's where Toyota becomes dangerous. They know the Stout is going to spark a price war. They've been preparing for it. They want it. They want Ford and GM to chase them downward because Toyota's production efficiency is on another planet. While other automakers see price cuts as lost profit, Toyota sees it as total market domination. This is the same company that once sold the Yaris and Corolla so cheaply that competitors couldn't keep up. Now they're bringing that same strategy to trucks, the segment that makes US automakers the majority of their profit. Toyota isn't just entering the truck market, they're attacking the most profitable category in America with a weapon priced at 1/5 the cost of competitors. That's why analysts are freaking out. And as Toyota drops more information, the engineering choices behind the Stout become even more impressive. The chassis is designed to be modular, meaning Toyota can build multiple variants without skyrocketing costs. The suspension uses proven geometry from Toyota's global compact platforms. Even the interior layout was designed so it can be assembled faster than modern cars. Minimal wiring, minimal sensors, minimal failure points. Toyota has cut everything that doesn't need to be there, and what's left is a machine that does exactly what a truck should do: haul, tow, work, last, and never complain. And the simplicity doesn't just make it cheaper, it makes it tougher. Engineers are saying the Stout might be one of the most durable entry-level vehicles Toyota has ever built. Without complex electronics, without fragile hybrid components, without over-engineered luxury features, there's just less to break. This is the type of truck that can run in extreme heat, freezing winters, muddy farms, chaotic job sites, anywhere. The trucks that survive the longest are always the simplest ones. Toyota knows this. The Stout is built on that philosophy, and that alone guarantees it a cult following the moment it launches. But the real chaos starts when reviewers get their hands on it. Imagine your favorite YouTubers, the off-road guys, the mechanic channels, the budget car channels, putting the Stout through hell, jumping it, beating it, stress testing it, and it just refuses to die. If that happens, and it probably will, Toyota won't be able to build these trucks fast enough. They will sell every unit before they even leave the factory. And you know what comes next: the waiting lists, the markups, the bidding wars, dealerships begging Toyota for more allocation because their phone lines are blowing up non-stop, and all of this over a truck that costs less than some e-bikes. And the weirdest part, this entire shift wasn't caused by technology. It wasn't caused by government mandates. It wasn't caused by some billionaire-funded EV startup. It was caused by normal people finally saying, enough. Enough with $700 car payments. Enough with $50K trucks. Enough with vehicles packed full of expensive tech nobody needs. Enough with cars becoming luxury products instead of tools. The Stout is the result of years of frustration boiling over, and Toyota is stepping into the vacuum with the most disruptive model since the original Prius. And it's arriving at the exact moment the American auto industry is weakest, over-leveraged, overcomplicated, and out of touch with what people actually want. And as more leaked details begin confirming the Stout's real dimensions, its power-to-weight ratio, its simplified drivetrain, and Toyota's goals for global mass production, it becomes clear that this isn't just a comeback for compact trucks. It's a rebirth, a revival of the tough, honest, affordable machines that built the reputation of brands like Toyota decades ago. And once the Stout hits the streets and people start seeing them everywhere, in driveways, on farms, in job sites, in cities, it's going to create a cultural shift that hasn't been seen since the original small pickups of the 1980s. Because the Stout isn't just a truck, it's Toyota telling the world, we remember what trucks are supposed to be, and that message is about to shake the industry to its core, because the more you look at the Stout, the more obvious it becomes that Toyota is only getting warmed up.